Such an oldie but a goodie. Okay, hi guys, it's Gigi, and today I'm going to be doing a story time video, and it's going to be a 2-in-1 parter. And one story is very scary, very intense, very crazy, like literally like a movie, and the other one is just straight up embarrassing. So I'm gonna start with the one that was serious and the one that was actually scary. So I am addicted to online shopping. You know, late at night, in the middle of the night, you're like, oh my god, what does Victoria's Secret have on right now? Or PetSmart, yes, you can go to PetSmart. So I get a lot of packages in the mail. So every single day pretty much, or no, that's like giving myself a lot. I would say maybe every other day, maybe every 3 days I have to pick up packages because they don't go every single day. I just get them, and usually I need help bringing them up to my apartment. Last week, exactly one day last week, I get this tiny package and it was about this big, just really small. So I was like, did I order jewelry or like one lip gloss, which is like so unlike me. So I opened it up and it was one of those disposable cameras. You know, like back in the day, I remember when I used to go on family vacations or like to camp or something like that, you would have a camera and it would have like 50 pictures in it, and every time you did it, you like scrolled it back and took another picture and scrolled it back, and it had really, really powerful, strong flash, and it was just like really, really, really cute. So I got one of those in the mail and it was completely wrapped and everything. So I was just like, my first thought was like, okay, who is this from? Because I haven't seen one of these cameras in years. Like the only camera that I can relate that I've seen like that is like the new Polaroid ones that are for Instagram, the Insta pics or whatever. They're like square, very cute. I need one of those, baby pink. I need to get one right now. Yay. So I look on the packaging and it says that it's from New York City, from a company. I won't say what company. So I open it and I took a few selfies on it just because I thought maybe it could be cute for Instagram or something, like that old vintage filter developed picture look. I don't know. So lame. And then my boyfriend came over like an hour later. He was looking at it and he was like, wow, how many pictures have you taken? I was like, I just took like 3. He was like, it says here on the top that you've taken 30 pictures. I was like, no way. I took like 3 pictures, like a couple selfies and a picture of Bella, like nothing much. He was like, no, it says on here that it's 30 pictures in to the camera. And I was like, oh my god, that's so weird, because I unwrapped the packaging myself and I could tell that it was a new package. So I started to get worried. The first thing that came through my mind was, is this like a sick joke someone's playing on me, or is this a bomb in the shape of a camera? Clearly my mind goes in the worst place, but I was just like, what is going on? Like, this is crazy that there's 30 pictures, and God only knows I forget a lot, but I know I've only taken 3 on it. So instantly I go to the camera store and I get it developed because I'm so curious, and I just said, this came to my door, I don't want to see it again, just destroy the camera, but let me know what was on the camera. So I go back like an hour later and I'm literally waiting at the counter, like, oh my god, I cannot wait to see these pictures, I cannot wait any longer. So they put it up and they gave me like the strangest look ever. They were like, here are your photos, Miss Gigi. Yep, here you go. So I take the photos and I go through them. I was flipping through black, 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 and then there's one photo of what looks to be skin. Like, it was like mostly black, and then in the corner it was like lens flared out because the flash is really strong. Like I said, if you've ever used one of those cameras, you know the flash is extremely strong. The corner, like the one corner of the rectangular image, it looked like a stomach. Like, it looked like it could have been a belly button or something on there. So I was like, take it, take all the pictures, I don't want them. And they were like, oh, you don't want your pictures you just developed? I was like, no, they're not mine, I don't want it, just take it, throw them out. So this is where it gets weird. Yesterday, another package came from the same company, and instantly I got like chills all over my body. I was like, oh my god, this is happening right now. So I opened it. I don't even know how I opened it, by the way. And it was another camera. And I didn't even rip it open to see the contents of the pictures or how many pictures were taken. I don't know if any were taken, but I just threw it out. I don't have an explanation for it. I know usually when I tell my stories, things that have happened to me, there's a clear end, but this just happened yesterday for the second time, so I don't know what's going on. If any of you guys have heard of like the camera prankster, or like, I don't even know. It's just like bizarre. It's so bizarre. I didn't even say this, but instantly when I saw that the package was from New York, opened my phone up, and every single friend or person I knew in New York, I asked them, did you send me this camera? And they were like, no, I have no idea. And I was just like, oh my god, it has to be someone. But after I texted all my friends in New York, I was like, this can't be. So anyways, moving on. So this goes back to Valentine's Day. So my boyfriend planned a trip for us to Big Bear, which is in California. It's basically this place where you can go ski, and it's literally like, I don't even know how many hours it took us to get there. I think it took like 3 or 4 hours to drive up north into the mountains. It's super romantic. It was like the best Valentine's Day of my life. And so on the ride, we're driving. On the road, there was a random stand of like 4 women, and there was like baskets of like flowers and stuffed animals and, you know, like little things for Valentine's Day, and they were on a busy road. So I was like, oh my God, that's so cute. Did you see it? And they had like a couple kids there and like dogs. It looked like kind of like a family business. So I was like, oh my God, look at that, that's so cute. And he was like, well, do you want something from it? So we turned around and we parked. And I'm going through everything, and it's kind of like those like flowers with the stuffed animals, and then like the plastic paper that goes over top and like a ribbon and stuff. It's super cute. So I was like, I want that one. And then I took it to the car. We started back on our drive, and then I was opening it up, and there was like candy in there. There was like flowers, and what else was in there? I think there was like a mug in there, and the flowers were in it, and then there was this little pink bear. And I remember thoroughly examining the items because I was like, this is weird, you know, it's kind of like it is very cute that they're kind of on the side of the road, but it's a little bit weird. Like, you never know this day and age. Like, I remember I saw on Facebook, this is completely random, someone had posted a picture of cheese, little cheese bits in their hands, and each cheese bit had a nail in it, and they said that they found it at a dog park. Someone had scattered cheese bits with nails in them at the dog park. So dogs would chew it and basically like die or get hurt. So that's just, it's an example of how fucked up the world is. Like, you just never know. I take all this stuff home, obviously, and I had the little bear by my bed for weeks. Like, what is it? It's been like a month and a half since Valentine's Day, right? So I've been keeping this stuffed animal by my bed on my nightstand. And recently, I don't know how my dog got it, but she basically was chewing up the whole thing, and I didn't notice what she was chewing. I just heard her chewing. I thought she was chewing one of her toys, but I look over and she's chewing my pink bear. So I run over to her and she's chewing something hard. So I look and I was like, what is she chewing hard on this stuffed animal? There was not one thing that was like hard plastic on it. It was just like soft. Even the eyes, they were like sewn in, like there was nothing hard. So I look and there is literally like plastic and wires in her mouth. I was like, what is going on here? Was there a camera in that bear? I see that the entire back of the bear is ripped open, and it was holding a little heart that said I love you, and that was ripped open as well. There was stuffing everywhere. It was hard to tell where the wires came from, but I was like, I remember when I got this bear, there was no voice, there was no recording, there was nothing on it. I remember examining it because I was scared of that. I was freaking out, and luckily my boyfriend was just on his way over. He walked in and he was like, hey, how are you? Stop. Did you know that this bear had a camera in it? And he looked and he was like, no, no way. So he started inspecting everything, and he was like, so if this was a camera, tell me where the lens is. And I was like, right there, duh, that's it. He was like, this is not a camera lens, this is a piece of metal. I was like, okay, well, what about that? And I was just trying to pick out things that looked like lenses because in my mind I had already decided that it was a camera or a microphone or something. He was like so calm about the whole thing. He was like, this is probably a voice thing or a recording that was inside the I love you thing that was broken or something like that. And I was just like, okay, maybe, I don't know. And that just goes to show you, sometimes things can be dramatic, like the camera incident, and sometimes your mind can just wander, and I think that I have a huge problem with that. So I was freaking out, to say the least, but it ended up to be nothing, which thank God, because I don't know how I would have handled 2 scandals in 1 month. But yeah, that is all for my story time video today. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if anything crazy like that has happened to you, definitely let me know down in the comments, and until I see you guys next time, stay gorgeous. Back to Pussycat Dolls.